Tail of the tape for this light heavyweight rematch is brought to you by Assassin's Creed 3. Ignite the revolution on October 30th. 3 years the elder of the Brazilian is Mr. Wonderful, 2 inches taller. He will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Once again, let's throw it to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record. 8 wins, no losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 204 pounds, 92.5 kilos. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Wagner, Prado. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record. 9 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 206 pounds, 93.4 kilos. Fighting out of San Diego, California, USA, Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee, for the rematch. Sold out, HSBC Arena, Rio de Janeiro. Phil Davis, Wagner, Prado. Here we go again. Tonight's clock brought to you by Assassin's Creed 3. Ignite the revolution on October 30th. Southpaw Prado, heavy-handed knockout specialist. Davis with a 5-inch reach advantage. Prado would love to keep this fight off the ground, throws the kick. Davis, as you mentioned, has really learned quickly about submissions and submission finishes from Lloyd Irvin down in San Diego.
The only guy so far to beat the great Alexander Gustafsson inside the octagon, submitted him with an anaconda choke in brilliant fashion. He's, as he said, I mean, it's not hyperbole. He gets better every second he's in the gym. And, you know, that is just what you see with a guy who's fantastic at one aspect of mixed martial arts. Any guy who's at a super high level in wrestling can use that focus and become great at everything else. And then you see Phil tried to tie up Wagner, but couldn't complete the takedown.
Phil's going to need to either tie him up, Joe, or he's going to have to threaten with some striking to get the takedown. Prado's going to try to keep that range away from Phil Davis. UFC 154, live Saturday, November 17th. George St. Pierre makes his long-awaited return to face interim champion, the natural-born killer, Carlos Condit, for the undisputed world welterweight title, live on pay-per-view. 10 in the East, 7 in the West. There it is.
Brilliant
nice
job.
takedown.
Ducked under that punch, timed it perfectly, and Prado's on his back. Prado's trying to tie up that left arm and try to get a Kimura. Phil's not letting him do so. He's trying to pin down that wrist. There's a little bit of a hand fight there for the left arm. Phil would like to advance, but he's got to be careful. He knows he doesn't want Prado to control that left arm, especially if he controls it with the right wrist. If he controls it with the right wrist, he will then try to sneak that left arm over the top. And Prado using the fence, trying to get that right leg free. That's the key here. And notice how Davis is sitting on it, pinning it down with his legs. He does not want that right leg get free. Tied it up again, stuck it in between his legs. Prado got it out now, though.
Nicely done. Wrestlers will use that. It's called the half guard on the bottom.
Over-under. He's got over-under in the back.
Gotta watch the fence. Yep.
He's got his back.
They'll use that turf to control.
Prado is holding on to the fence to try to save him because Phil Davis has that over-under, and he will now sneak his legs up and over, and he's got 1 hook. See that left hook? And he will turn towards Prado's right side, and then he will have 2 hooks in. But Prado went double. He's got 2-on-1 on the left arm of Phil Davis, and that keeps that arm from snaking underneath his neck. But Phil's going to leg ride him. He's going to leg ride him, an old wrestling move. Notice how he's got the leg trapped?
Yep.
and he will slowly advance his position until he can take Prado's back. Now Prado got that underhook on the left side, and he will try to wall walk again. He keeps grabbing that fence.
He's got to be careful. Mark Goddard has warned him multiple times.
Oh, good job by Phil Davis. Ducking under. Huge takedown by Davis. He's got north-south position here, and he tries to soften him up with some punches.
This is going Mr. Wonderful's way here in round one.
Another good shot by Davis. Big shots by Davis.
And he timed a punch from Wagner Prado, ducked under and earned the takedown.
Wagner using that whizzer, gets back up to his feet, and Phil immediately grabs the foot right back down. Phil advancing with that knee. Oh, big right hand by Phil.
Davis looking outstanding here thus far. 45 seconds on the clock here in the first. Davis with more ground and pound.
And the more of these shots that Phil lands, the more it takes gas out of the tank of Wagner Prado. The more he has to get back up to his feet, and Davis drags him. Big punches there. The more he gets tired. Phil's got him again, got him in the clinch. He's got double underhooks here, and he will try to trip him and throw him backwards. There he does.
3 for 3. Takedown attempt successful for Phil Davis in round one.
Well, as we said when we were going over the statistics, Phil Davis on paper is a far superior grappler, and something we didn't get a chance to see in the first fight, but man, are we seeing it right now.
Tonight's Corner Cam brought to you by Corn Nuts, the only snack with big enough kernels to step into the octagon.
Deep breath, baby. Deep breath. Deep breath, soldier. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Lloyd Irvin.
On the stand-up, I need a little bit more movement, a little bit more feints, just so he doesn't set, he doesn't go.
Eric Del Fiero.
Yeah.
Right? Let that right hand go. You hit the angle, let that right hand go. If he's standing still, let the right hand go, just to keep him busy. You don't let him set, he cannot get confident and come forward. We got to pressure.
Seatbelt. You got to tap. If he's on his elbow, remember I told you, forward pressure. We tap, catch. If you can't catch, we're punching, we're tapping. We're punching, we're tapping. Listen, when he's on the fence, turn him off the fence. Just put it back on the fence.
You hear Lloyd Irvin talk there. He was saying seatbelt. What that means, that's the term for the over-under position when you have a guy's back. And that's what he was trying to get. Over and over again, Phil Davis utilizes his spectacular wrestling. Look at him. Boom! Takes him down backwards. Just a brilliant job by Phil Davis in that first round.
Phil Davis is the most active light heavyweight ground striker in UFC history, landing 49% of his significant strikes on the ground. He's taken down every opponent he has attempted to, including taking down Wagner Prado 3 times in the first round.
Nice front kick there by Davis. And now Wagner a little bit less confident on his feet, just sort of measuring Phil, always wary of that takedown attempt. Plus, the defending the wrestling so much in that first round exhausts the arms. So I'm sure he would like to shake his arms out a little bit to get some firepower back in them.
Prado so excited to fight here at home, get another opportunity to battle Phil Davis. And he's down the road 1 mile from the arena at Team Noguera with Fabio Maldonado, Hani Jason, Eric Silva. Of course, big nog fights tonight on pay-per-view. Just the threat of the strikes as Davis tried to set up another takedown. With the knee. Prado trying to fight it off. 2-time Big Ten champion, 4-time All-American, 2008 National Wrestling champion.
Brilliant job the way he ducked under there, Mike. He's got to hold that ankle. That's going to keep Prado from getting back up. Prado struggling. He ties up the other leg.
4 for 4. And the strikes landed have greatly been on the ground.
Powerful body shots there by Phil Davis.
Our stats brought to you by Dodge, the official automobile of the UFC.
Working that body there. Big punch by Davis on the break. Stays to him like glue here. Working those legs. Phil's constantly making this kid work. Even when he gets back up to his feet, constantly kneeing him, constantly pressuring him.
Phil Davis looking for his 6th UFC win. He fought Rashad Evans, the former light heavyweight champion, about a year ago. Go to UFC.com for weekly videos, including Fight of the Week, Fight Flashback, Sub of the Week, Free Fight Friday, and much more. Nice kick by Prado. Just past the midway point of this fight. All the fights tonight, 3 5-minute rounds, including our main event, non-title fight at 205 between Silva and Barnes.
Phil telegraphed that one, but it didn't matter. Closed the distance, got a hold, tied up the leg. Prado gets back up to his feet, but not for long. Right back down. Phil slices that left knee through. And Phil is now inside control. Prado has his feet against the wall. He can try to push off the cage here and reverse the position.
Nice elbow.
Phil's just overwhelming him on the ground, Mike. Is it the difference between a good grappler and a great grappler? Phil tried to step over there and move into the mount, but now he's tied up a bit. But he's just, the difference in grappling is quite substantial.
75% of the ground strikes.
Arm triangle, arm triangle. Yep. He's trying to pin it down, trying to get the legs out and get free. He's got it now. Pin it down. That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. There comes
Davis
the squeeze.
looking to finish.
Yeah, he's tightening this down. He needs to get his hips down, get that right leg out. Oh, Prado got out!
But still controlling his posture is Davis. And again, he'll look to finish it.
This time Anaconda took it.
It's all over!
That's it.
Phil Davis, the winner by submission in the rematch with Prado.
Brilliant, brilliant job by Phil Davis. Just what a grappling display he put on.
Totally dominant tonight. Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
Let's take a look at it again. Snaps him down. Catches the gator roll. Look at that. Boom. Wraps it up nice and tight, the same way he finished Alexander Gustafsson. Brilliant, brilliant job by Phil Davis. Let's see it again. Snaps him down, spins into the gator roll, tightens down that anaconda choke, and that is a tap out, ladies and gentlemen, and a brilliant, brilliant job by Phil Davis. Almost had him with that arm triangle. It was really close, and to go from that into this, Prado just had nothing left in the tank. And Prado's head there is just squeezed tight, neck cranking. Awesome job by Davis.
Phil Davis, now 6-1 inside the octagon with the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an anaconda choke, Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis.
Phil Davis, very disappointed as Wagner Prado loses for the first time in his MMA career. And here's Joe.
I am here with the winner, Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis. Phil, I gotta say that might be your most impressive performance inside the octagon. You say you're improving every second in the gym. Tonight you showed it.
Eu estou aqui com o vencedor, Phil. Phil, você disse que você está melhorando cada vez mais e hoje à noite você definitivamente mostrou isso.
You know, normally I'm the young lion coming in, and I tell you what, it's definitely a different feeling getting in the gym knowing somebody like Wagner Prado is coming to take your block off.
É impressionante quando você está começando a fazer o treinamento pensando numa pessoa como o Caldeirão que vai te enfrentar.
Let's take a look at the finish. You almost caught him with an arm triangle. It looked like you had it. He managed to get out of that. You immediately went into this anaconda choke, the same way you tapped Gustafsson, and that's it.
Yeah, it's one of my high percentage moves right there. I didn't even get a chance to fully lock it in, but it worked.
Você estava fazendo um movimento nele que você ia fazer um triângulo de mão, só que aí você conseguiu virar e dar uma anaconda nele e funcionou.
Congratulations on a sensational performance. Can't wait to see you again.
Joe, I just want to thank my family, my friends, all my teammates back home. Thank you for helping me get ready for this. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And thank you, Brazil and the city of Rio.
Eu queria agradecer minha família, todo mundo do meu time, e muito obrigado Brasil, muito obrigado Rio.
Mr. Wonderful Phil Davis, ladies and gentlemen.